Hello again. This is going to be hopefully a quick video on some optimizations for the route. There is a couple new out of bounds I've found and a way to get a better out of bounds on the current route we're using, but this one is mainly just a short video of some little optimizations in the route. The next couple of videos will be more about some of the tricks or strange things I've found in the game. So for now, this trick is this route optimization is here at Midas. As you can see, we normally take this path and use Dirtwell. When we get to here, we normally swim through the level. You would swim down into the level, and it's fast, but you might run out of air or something. If you come down here, and you can do this quite fast, just simply hit this trigger like that. All you have to do is bump into this wall, and as you can see, the rest of the level has loaded, and you can swim up. This, apart from the fact that you don't lose air, you basically save swimming around here. Now the thing is, as you get to here, you must go back in the level at this point. This will only save about a second or two, and if you do end up going inside the level, you might as well just swim through the level. There's no point resetting for it. It is only a second or two time save, but it is a time save, and every second does count. If you do not go back inside the level here, this will happen. You'll come about this point here, and I've tried to load this trigger before. It's the trigger that you need to hit there, but I can't get it to work from the outside the level. I'll just quickly show that before I do show you what happens if you do not go back inside the level. This trigger here, for some reason, I just can't hit it from outside the level. I've tried for quite a while doing this, and it just never loads the next part of the level. Anyway, if you go too far, that happens, as you can see. It does not load the water for the next section. There is only a small space where it does not load the water, but it can cause you to drop. If you are too high, you can end up actually swimming through and going into the next area, but it is, of course, deloaded and you're going to have to go back. So, that is, and I actually need to be in the next area anyway, but that is the first of the optimizations. Let me just go here. Now the second one is when we get to the centaurs. Normally, what we do currently is when you pop out of there, you would either swim over there and swim through, or if you moonfeign and like to do risky stuff, you come over here and try and get out of bounds here. It's actually quite easy to do when you understand why. This part here normally pushes you down over here, and if you walk along, if you get to this point where you drop off the edge and walk along the top of the rock, you can essentially walk into the grab zone over here like this. I'm not very good at it, but I'll show you. There you go. I should be in it if I can drop down now. Nope. It's getting in this little corner here that works. Anyway, because I'm very bad at that, I just won't show that. You can go see it in one of Moonfein's World Record videos. I've actually found a couple more things here. The first one being a very easy way to get that to work. This, of course, segment-wise, segmented, it will not save any time, because doing this does take a little bit longer. But if you get an airwalk and use a front roll, and if you watch my other video on rolls, you'll know why it's a front roll. But all you have to do is, well, I messed up there, but all you have to do is roll into that with a front roll, like this, and you will, 9 times out of 10, pop out on in the section which grabs you into the wall. I'll just show that very quickly now. So you get an airwalk, you come over here and try and look into the wall and just front roll into it, and then there you go. Ta-da! We are now out of bounds and we can swim through here. This is quite it's a small time save, but once again, it's another second, and it's an optimization in the route. Doing that, you can consistently get the grab. I mean, Lara likes grabbing the wall, but you can consistently get the grab if you do front roll into there, as long as you're angling the camera right, because it puts you in the area that you would normally grab. One other thing I need to test, well, not test, but I do not know if this is faster, but this is also slightly riskier. If you get an airwalk off of this, and come over here, you'll start to rise. Once you hit the very maximum height, which you can see because Lara starts bumping ahead, if you come over here and roll against this rock, you'll shoot up. Now, this area here is all deloaded, but you cannot get out of bounds this way. However, the rock over there is not loaded for some reason, as you can see by shooting. I was just randomly shooting. This is how I find most of the out of bounds glitches. And that space in the wall there is not loaded, as long as you backspring through it. So if you can aim it right, and I didn't aim it right there, I shall go back up. If you can aim it right, and in a run this could waste time if you don't get it the first try, of course. Another way to do it would have, as far as I can tell, you can't. Oh, you can front. Okay, never mind. This one's quite easy. On my couple of other tests, I could not get it just to walk through, but I guess if you do roll high enough here, and you shoot to find where the outer bound is, which is there. It's there. And come here. There you go. You can just walk straight out of bounds. So that's better than the way I was doing it. Anyway, you can get out of bounds. Now, normally we would swim along under swan dive up until there, and then get out of bounds with a wall over there. This is, I don't know if this is slightly faster or not, due to the fact that if you get the clip there and swim across, and swan diving is faster than obviously airwalking. I don't know how fast it is, but it is just something to note. You can go here and drop inside the level. So they will obviously need to be timed, but one of these will be faster. This airwalk is actually quite easy to hit now that I've looked at it. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And it does save time. One other oddity here, which is quite funny, but it doesn't help the run anywhere, is if you hit the trigger here to load the next area, and you'll know because you'll get a checkpoint when you do. Nope, I don't think I'm actually low enough. I'll just do it from out here. One of the strange thing I found, I was trying to find a way if I could skip the centaur fight, just by not loading the next level trigger, but passing to the end game trigger, the end screen trigger. So I was trying to load the level, and if you load the level like this, and come over here, as you can see there's a white panel on the floor here. I really don't know what this is. I don't know why the developers put this here. I'm not too sure. But you can walk all around this area. As far as I know, if you clip in, it does not trigger it. I haven't really tried it, because when I found this, I dropped onto here, and you can see Pierre there, standing stupidly. Both of the pieces of the ski on here for some reason. And as soon as you walk over there, you fall. But I just thought this was something funny. These areas exist all over the game, and I'm not sure why they are there. I guess it's to load the items into the level. But anyway, those are the two optimizations. The Midas one is definitely faster by about 2 or 3 seconds, because you cut a sizable portion of the swimming section out. The second skip, I don't know which one is faster. Obviously, swan diving is faster than airwalking, but it might be more consistent to go for the out of bounds straight away than trying to roll into the corner. The corner one works quite well as well, but it just might be more consistent. Also, it could just be preference. It might be the exact same time, and you might want to do it one way or the other. The main problem with the airwalk is it's quite... If you miss that first rock and you're not as high as you can be, you will get put in the water, and it will just kill your time. You're going to have to go back and do it again. So that's the first video for now. Those are some small optimizations. Actually, might as well put this in the video. One of the things that Moonfane was trying to do, which I didn't actually explain this during my video, but I explained it to Moonfane on the live stream, and I figure I should explain it, and I'm quite far away, so I'll just load the arrow hallway. Come on. The loading into the warp, the save warp. The save warp is actually quite consistent. There might be the save warps in the game. It's just we haven't found them yet, and I do need to test that. I've just had quite a lot of university work at the moment, but as far as it goes, we all know this part. You roll up here. Now, you can use what I was doing, which is where you get a little bit lower, but you don't need to do that. The save warp itself is triggered by actually as far as I can tell, it's any single area underneath this platform. Well, not platform. This walkway here. I'll just stand above it now. It's any single area under this place here, as long as the next level is loaded. And if you have a look from here, you'll see that there is a V, a cross section, kind of like a little upside down V there, near where the bear's standing. This is where the level seam is, and if you hit that, you trigger the load trigger. So what Moonfin does, and what is probably faster but hard to do, is if you can see the load trigger, walk into the load trigger and drop. And I didn't drop by accident, but because I kept walking forward. That was stupid. But if you drop, it should hit the trigger and do the save warp. This is faster and definitely and I shouldn't have loaded there. This is definitely faster than doing my method of walking under the floor. It saves a good 7-8 seconds than walking. So in terms of a run, if you're not consistent with it, I would suggest doing my strategy. But as you can see, I'm pretty bad at the game, so I don't get it. But if the basic idea of what you're trying to look for, if you're trying to do this quickly, or what you are looking for to get the trigger to load, is hitting that V. I guess another thing you could do is this: walk backwards just a little bit until you are slightly low enough, just so you can hit the trigger without actually going under the floor, and load the next level. This would take about a second off your time if you want to do this. But I'm pretty sure at this height I can hit the level trigger. Yep, there you go, and then I'll just drop, and then the save warp. So you could also do that strategy if you wanted. That would waste about a second, but non-segmented wise, it would it'd save you resetting a lot of runs. As you can see, this is the save warp. So yeah, these are some optimizations to the run. The last optimization there is purely runner preference. Personally, I would suggest taking a second off your time to walk backwards, just because it makes hitting the level trigger really easy. But if you're ballsy, like someone, you'll probably just try and do it and reset if you don't get it, which it saves a good second or two. Alright, so that's this video for now. I'm going to be making another video after this one, explaining some oddities in the game and why things work and whatnot. So peace for now.